Bonjour, good evening, how we doing? New mic, who's that? Just done a review on it on my channel. Just going to set this up to the proper messages. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you come in, if you don't, you'll not even know, will you, really? So, alcohol-free Asia Jane. I've had a few of these tonight, to be honest. We had a kebab for me tea. Right, excuse me while I do that. Don't ask me why I'm drinking it out of a wine glass, because I'll tell you, because I can. I want to pour. Look at that. Nice and cloudy. Hello, John Paul. How you doing, buddy? Look at that. Cloudiness. It's lovely, this. It's really nice. It's got a right pungent whiff to it and all. Oh, it's lovely, that. I just have a couple of them. Lou comes on a Monday night for a tea. And we usually have an Indian, but I didn't fancy one tonight, so we had something else. So I'm on the new DJI Mic Mini with the DJI receiver stuck in the bottom of the phone. I've been doing some reviews on it today. So if you have a look at the channel, you'll be able to have a look on there. I'm going to change glasses, though, because it is a right pain doing that, because I end up doing that because of the varifocals. Hopefully they're not too mucky, these. I rarely use them because I have these fixed on all day, every day. So tomorrow night's video, because you've popped in, I'll tell you what it is. I recently did a video for a charity dog walk, and my daughter uploaded it onto the site that it was going on to make people aware of this charity dog walk. But unfortunately, it only went up in 480p. So now I've uploaded it onto the channel in 4K, so it'll be on at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So if you're interested in a really good drone flight and a little bit of information about a children's charity that they raised £700 for yesterday, it was a charity dog walk, and loads of people turned up and had a fantastic time. So I couldn't make it because I was at work. But I did sort of think about it, and then woke up 10 minutes after I should have been there, and I thought I really can't do this, so I'm not going to do it. So I enjoyed doing that for them. 24 people. Please all stay. It'd be lovely. If you do pop in, say hello. If you want to mention, say hello. And you can have as many mentions as you want. We do like nice people to pop in. If you can let me know what the audio's like, John Paul Glasgow, it'd be a real help. Well, you can't watch it today, mate, because it's not on. I've put it up as a normal video because there was about, I think it's only 5 minutes long, but we just took a bit out of it and then put a presentation in about the people that had donated, because there was a lot of companies donated some beautiful prizes for them to raffle off. So they raised quite a lot of money for it. So it's a good thing. It was one of the staff members at the place where my daughter works, who's assistant manager, part-time assistant manager, at the place where my daughter works, and she lost a child quite a few years ago due to heart defects after birth. So she's decided to do a charity dog walk for it. So anyway, say they raised £700. So when you have a look, Ashcourt capybara. I've seen a capybara in real life in Mexico. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. I hope you're really well. So just testing the DJ mic. Saludas, Tiago Chia. How you doing? Saludas. Me saludas. I don't know what saludas mean, got to be honest. No, it's just a random pop-up live like I normally seem to do. I didn't actually realise what time it had got to. I've just edited a couple of videos. One to go on my Amazon for the DJI Mic 2, because I bought the transmitter as well. So it comes in a fancy bag like this. I'll give you a little look at it. I can't show you the microphone because obviously I'm using it. But the transmitter works much the same as the other one, where it fits in the bottom of the phone like that. You can put two mics on it at once. It's got stereo, so you can presumably you can put one mic down each channel. So when you're doing your casting or outside broadcast, wandering about with your phone on a gimbal. You can just record properly, so you can put that in the bottom there. And then this one's actually the DJI Mic Mini, which I got on a Black Friday sale for 23 quid. So that was 13, that was 23, which I think was a bit of a bargain. Considering I have these, which are the Holy Land Lark M2s. These are really good, but I just thought I'd try one of these, because you can use them for anything. You can use the Mic Mini for both of the cameras I've got as well. I'm pleased it's clear anyway. Pleased it's working well. That is really nice. Obviously, it's just like a fruit juice, really. So if you're interested in an alcohol-free booze, obviously you can get this with alcohol in it if you want to do, but I no longer partake in the drinking of alcohol. And it's a New England IPA. And it's lovely. I really enjoy it. So hopefully we're going to get a few in. So we're up to 600 and... You know, we gained a subscriber this morning and lost one. You like drinks? Big Tyrone from prison. Big Ty, how you doing? Are you actually there at the moment? Have you sneaked a phone in? Oh, I can't do Russian. I can't translate either on while we're live. I'm going to pretend that says good evening. Good evening to you back. Big Tyrone from prison. I know a couple of Ties and they're both in prison, to be honest. If you're one of them, good evening to you. I can't imagine that you watch YouTube in prison though, can you? So a bit of a news today. I decided my wife was going to buy me a bike for Christmas, so we're going to be cycling with Mick soon. So I spent about 3 o'clock this morning looking on Amazon, and it's a bit of a job sometimes, isn't it, to find something that you want on Amazon. You get everything in prison now. You know, well, may your prison time be comfortable, and when you come out, may you be fully, I was going to say reincarnated, but that's when you come back from the dead, isn't it? May you be fully hazy. Good beer, yeah, it is nice. When I used to drink every night, I used to like an IPA, but I used to like a 9%er. But my wife, she works in the supermarket, and they were stopping doing these, so she got 4 for two quid, I think it was, 50p a can. I'd imagine they would be 150 a can for a 330. That's the only trouble with BrewDog stuff. It's expensive, but it makes it expensive because they've got to put the alcohol in and take it back out again, don't they? So you don't pay any cheaper for alcohol-free beer. What you do, Tyrone? Your hour free time is over. Pack it in, Tyrone. It's time to go to get back to doing hard time, mate. Get back to breaking them rocks. Lewis too. I don't know what that means. Is that a type of beer? That's the only problem. Sometimes, well, obviously I don't speak Russian. I can sometimes read a little bit of Spanish, but I certainly don't. I can't read Russian. I've travelled to Spain many times, and I can read a menu, but I purposely do it the opposite way round, on the Spanish side, to see if I can find out what these things are called. That's one regret in my life. Dinkle the Goon, how you doing, sir? How are you? Nice to see you. That's the only trouble with these profile pictures, they're not very large. You look like we've got a similar haircut to mine. It's amazing the amount of people that it just goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And I say I only do them randomly, really. I just pop in. Yeah, you're not even going to have any trouble with your hair then. So anyway, I went down today, and because I was looking at Amazon yesterday, and there was what I wanted was like a commuting bike. I didn't want a mountain bike, or I want something that folds up. We ain't got a lot of room to store it in that downstairs. So I wanted a folding one, and whatever you found didn't seem to be right. Whether it didn't suit my weight, or it was too short, and then when you look at the reviews, a lot of people said that they bought stuff, and it wasn't particularly good when they got it. So I thought, well, we'll go for the thing. So I went down and got a well-known brand, which is it Doors or something like that, and I pick it up on Thursday. So here's a quick one for you. Do you like pizza? Your pizza thick and thin? It's suggesting I put it up in the chat so you can answer it, but if I do that, it'll block me out. So I'll just ask it anyway. You're bald and round like a bowling pin. Yeah, well, yeah. If I keep eating like I'm doing now, I found a love of cake since I stopped drinking. I think it must be the sugar thing. And you can't get cake past me. Elvis, I've not heard of that one. There's a lot of IPAs now in the UK, but say I don't drink alcohol anymore, so you've got to pick the ones we're not in. Think yourself, yeah. Think that myself, yeah. Oh, Benji, how you doing, buddy? They say it's brewed by Scottish gypsies. I didn't know there was gypsies in. Well, there'll be gypsies everywhere, aren't there? Elvis, never heard of that. I can Google it, I suppose. I've got some Guinness as well downstairs, but my daughter has a can of that every time she comes, so I've only got about 3 or 4 left. Not every time she comes, you know, she doesn't just turn up in the morning and have a can of Guinness, but that's booze free as well. She comes for a tea on the Monday. So from next Monday, hopefully we're not going to have such bad weather, and I'm going to take my new bike, and I'll have to buy a mount to put my camera on, and I'm going to have a ride up and down the seafront in Mablethorpe. It wasn't fit to go anywhere today. It's awful. It said there was going to be a break in between 12 and 2, but there never was here. It just threw it down. It was horrendous all day. But Wednesday, I think tomorrow's going to be all right. Wednesday's going to be all right. It just seems every time I have a day off. But I've got 3 videos ready. I've got one for tomorrow night, one for Friday, and one for next Tuesday. So we're all right until then. So I'll have to go out and start making some content. Bit difficult this time of year. So with the weather and that, you can't do a drone video when it's horrible. I needed to do a drone video last week, and Wednesday was the best day. There was no wind, and it was sunny, so I went and did this video. It's the village where my daughter lives, and I actually managed to fly the drone straight down the middle of the main street. It's lovely. It's been a really good video, especially in 4K 60. I went out last Friday or Thursday. I went Thursday, and I was going to back to the forest, and I was going to fly the drone straight over the top of the forest. And by the time I got down there, the weather had changed and the wind got up, and I don't even fly it anywhere in mind over a forest. I think we'd have ended up with nothing. So I've got a little bit of one from Mablethorpe, which I didn't make a very good job on, but I might put that up just for a Tuesday night video. I'll try and get 2 up a week if I can. And hopefully, last week's idea was move everything onto the other channel, but I soon got fed up with that idea. I just needed a new sign if I did that. Anyway, that was one thing that put me off. I don't think you even noticed that I haven't got any alcohol in it. Some of them are a bit watery, but that's nice. So far, I've found out Heineken Zero is lovely. What's the other one? What I thought was Spanish. Can you hear my stomach? That's doner kebabs for you. What was it called? I can't think what the other one was called. Madri Zero, that's lovely. And then they do one in Spain called Freedom, as in freedom. That's nice. There was another one as well which I really like. But I just have a few on a Monday night. I normally don't bother after Lou's gone, but I thought I'm doing a live stream and I didn't have time to make a cup of tea, so I'll have another one. So here it is. Oh. So we've only got 4 in. Don't know what happened to them. We did better on Thursday night, I think, late on. You never know. You never know when you strike a live up how many's going to come in, how many's chatting, what's going on. I'm not going to stay too long anyway. For the simple reason that it's been a pretty full day. So I've edited 3 videos, and there you go. Unless it contains alcohol, it's pointless to me, but each to their own. Well, there you go. Yeah, I just got a bit sick of supping pop, to be honest. It's just the same as having a glass of pop, really, but it's beer flavoured. I used to enjoy drinking beers, but you can't keep going on like I was. So then the only thing is with my new bike, it's in grey. So can I have it in black? So no, they only make it in grey. So there we go. So I've never really dealt with them. So I went down the local bike shop, thought we'll keep it local. Because the thing is with Amazon stuff, you don't know where it's going to come from or when it's going to come, and they wanted 20 quid for delivery for some of it. Even though I'm on bloody Prime. So I thought, well, so if you get something that you don't like and then you've got to send it back, it's not good, is it? I don't know if I've got the money back for that camera yet. Yeah, I did a couple of videos with that. 34 people. Wouldn't it be nice if they all stayed at once? 5 thumbs up. That's always. I think that seems to be a bonus. If you get a thumbs up on the thing, a lot of people pop in to see and have a look at you, see what you look like, see if you're any good. Hopefully we've got decent audio anyway. So let me know if anything happens untoward to it, because I've got a few different mics that will fit on this transmitter. And now I need to go out and start buying bike lights. I wonder if they still make bike clips. Let's have a look. Bike clips. I've never seen one for about 40 years, so let's have a look. I bet Benji doesn't know what a bike clip is. Come on, Benji. Let's have a look. Bike clips. They do them. Look at that. Save getting your trousers mucky. $3.99 in luminous green. I'd have some of them. I've got to start ordering mounts and all. 4-pack trouser clips, 25 centimetres, powerful reflective bands for bicycle safety, lightweight, durable, and one size. Because your bike got very fat legs, isn't it, really? You can also get Velcro ones. Same for bungee cords with hooks. Action bike mounts. You can spend some serious money on them and all, I'll tell you. That one looks pretty good. You don't drink anyway, good lad. You can't be enjoying yourself. That's what I was thinking out for there. Look, so you can get the Action 4 on the handlebars. I might end up with 2, one for the Osmo and one for the Action 4. One pointing at you and one pointing away. It's got a rack on the back so I can stand my drone on it. There's also a selfie stick handlebar mount. There's all sorts of things. You can bolt on ones, everything. That was a good one. That one there, that. 14 quid. You actually bolt it on and it stays there. That'd be handy, wouldn't it? You can get much longer ones as well. Sport camera motorcycle clamp, 16 quid. You watch, I'll have every clamp there is. Oh, that turns into a selfie sticker, no? So you can take it off and bonk people with it. That might be a good idea. Get it nice and up in the air. This is just some $3.99 small ones and all. So. Secret is you ain't got to get it to wobble, are you? Forever Camp. Metal bicycle mount for GoPro. Well, GoPro must be the same size. I'm not there. Camera mount, clamp and phone holder. You can get your phone on it as well. God, that's a good idea. So you're about to do live streams, isn't it? Better concentrate on riding the bloody thing first, isn't it, really? Bike 360 rotatable mount for action camera. That looks about right for 8 quid, to be honest. That'd probably do, wouldn't it? Something like that. The Action 4's got rock steady on it. And So you don't actually get the wavering about, if you know what I mean. So that was quite good, that one. I see you. In mirror mode, you can't turn it around. You can on TikTok, you know. You can actually turn it around. I don't think they've invented it on here yet. You can turn the camera around, but you can't. What does that do? Oh God, I've done that again. Can you turn that off? Shall I don't think you can turn it around, mate. What does that do? I'll try a few different things. Oh no. A 49-second short was uploaded to your channel. How long did it take you to actually write that one, Andrew? Bloody hell. You can turn up your appearance, that makes you look about 20 years younger. They're into thing now. I don't know why they ain't got it on there. It'd be a lot handier if you did, because you're actually sort of showing things. You'd better show them the right way around. So they've got it on TikTok. You can do camera in camera on TikTok as well. But I don't get on very well on there. I don't seem to be able to get an audience. I think I'm a bit too old for them. But it'd be interesting to have a go. The trouble is on there, though, you've only got to go past somebody drinking the beer and you get banned. It's ridiculous. So, that's a good thing with OBS. You can mirror your image, so it looks like you. It's just a bit confusing when you're pointing to anything. It's just quite easy because you know which way you're pointing. But with when you've got it on OBS, you end up doing the wrong thing. I'm just going to stop 30 minutes tonight. It doesn't seem to be a night to come on. Not really. So it'd be better off if I actually planned things, wouldn't it? Really start putting shows up and then. But I get busy doing stuff and then think, oh bloody hell, I was going to go live. I've just got a couple more videos to schedule, and then we're done. Really. So other than wandering out and doing that, went and paid the poll tax. I got to pay it one next April now, so we can go on holiday. £150 something a month. Not sure what you get for it, but, you know. Seems a bit of a. It seems a bit harsh. It goes up by sort of 40, 50 quid a bloody month. I know, it's ridiculous. It asked another question then, and I can't remember what it was. Why would they want to actually tell you what questions to ask? Do they think that they're encouraging you to, you know, not really the English thing, how thick do you like your pizza? I actually like really thin pizzas, just for the record. I'll just sit here and stare at the screen. What else have I got to show you? Good thing is that transmitter. You can connect one of these up. Chayton Simmons, how you doing? You suck worse. Is that a real name? Chayton? Can't be. You made that up. I know you have. You suck more. Definitely American. Or a fake one. When I first started doing these lives in the vertical mode, we used to get some bright knobheads in, but they seem to have disappeared. Whether it's not the season for it, they're probably all out doing something else, Christmas shopping or something. God, you used to get some right fools, and now we just get cheating. You worse. Don't worry, it's not my first rodeo. You suck. God. I hope you're not trying to make me depressed and upset me. Good luck with that one. Anyway, I'm not going to stay any longer. 24 minutes. I think I'm going to get off. I'm going to go and put something on the telly. I ain't watched telly since last Wednesday. And the Christmas tree lights. We've got the Christmas tree up. We put it up early. Because we only get 4 nights together. Yeah, try harder, Chayton. You must do. You must try harder. I bet that's not the first time you've heard that in your life, is it? Check what's. Let's see. Let's have a look. What? See if we can find another person called Chayton. Oh, there's a bloke called Chayton Littlestone. Chayton Littlestone is a major. Is that what you called yourself? Can you say happy birthday to my friend Nick Gurr? Nick Gurr? No, not. That's rude. Can you say happy birthday as well? Where did I get my tattoos? I had them done at the tattoo shop by a young lady. Can you say happy birthday to me? Nick Gurr. Where did you get yours from? Hiya, Roxy Tufan. I've only got my fingers done. I only had them done on my fingers. I'm contemplating having one done on my neck, but I've just not actually got on with it. I haven't got the... Hello, Cloud Chucker. How are you doing? Are you back from London? Did you have a lovely time? Did you spend all your money? Are you an expectant couple now? What did you get up to? Did you do the usual tourist things? Get robbed? Take part in a procession? I was trying to say, demonstration? That's the three things you do in London now. Get robbed, take part in a demonstration, and spend lots of money. London's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? But God, you wonder what goes on sometimes there. There's always something. I suppose if you're going to pick on anyway, you're going to do a capital city, aren't you? So, yeah, mate, I had a great time. Went to the tour bus around London, but that was nice. I've done it in the cab. Could have a neck to it now. I was going to have my wife's name done on my neck, to be honest. I just looked back in the chat. Why are people so rude? I don't worry, I've been doing the internet for a long time. It's not my first rodeo. People just come in, don't they? They just say things because it makes them feel contented with their sad lives. Yeah, they do. They think they're trolling, really. The idea is really, I think, when people come in and they're trolling, they're usually probably shy people that don't get any attention in life. So they come on and they think, oh, I'll have a go at him, and then at least I get some attention. Well, it works well, but if you're trying to do some sort of proper presentation, it doesn't really work out for the stream because you end up giving them all your attention. When it's just sort of casual like this, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we don't like you. Just by the way, he's a troll as well. I've yet to meet him in real life yet, but we'll see when he turns up. I'm watching you, so you also behave. Yeah. Mike's got his spanner. Ooh. You know it's good that when it's cloudy. It stays. There's always a bit of a. I don't know what it is, what they put in it, but there's always a little bit of a cloud to it. That stuff makes you chuck some. No, we used to get some really, well, not bad ones. We used to get some really stupid ones that used to come in. I think it's more in the summer holidays though. It's Onks. I got it in Concentrate, didn't I? If you remember. Oops, I bought it from a place. They actually let me have some. I don't know if it's common knowledge, to be fair, but it looks like a UTI. No, it's Onks. Ah, yeah. Yeah, he's got some out, hasn't he? I see Vic was doing it. I tell you what I was watching. I was watching Four Blokes on a Sunday night. It popped up. I thought, I ain't seen these for ages. And I like them, to be honest. I like Bill. I like Matt Chandler. And I like Tyler. He's a decent guy. Who was the other one? Oh, I like the bus driver. I can't remember his first name. I met him at Expo a few times, and I thought, well, they were just sat there doing an annihilation job on little old Victor. And I thought, well, this is a bit pointless. I thought, it's not, you know, we've gone back 5 years, all of a sudden they're starting to do that again. It's ridiculous. Whether they think they're going to get a few views out of it, I don't know. But it's not a show that gets a lot of views anyway. Bruce T, how you doing? Nice to see you. And what do we have here then? We have a new microphone. I'm just trying out. The DJI Mini going into a receiver in the bottom of the phone. And a alcohol-free IPA. My daughter's been, and I had a few with my tea with her. Royal Flush Vapes having a 50% sale, by the way. Got an Oxford pod, a charger, and a bottle of... That's not bad, is it? I didn't bother with anything in the in the Black Friday thing. Only this microphone. Good thing is with this, you can take it off, you disconnect it from this receiver, and it'll work on either of the cameras. So you know, if you've got a spare mic, if your cameras go wrong, one of the cameras. Chayton Simmers said hi again. Hello, Chayton. Have you just popped in to be rude again? I'm sure that's your real name. That was the antagonist guy from, was that the one? Let me have a look. No, it's Chayton Littlestone. Got made skin this Black Friday. Well, I'd actually saved up to do for something. I do use the stuff. I genuinely do use the stuff. I sent the 360 camera back. I don't know if you know. I bought the 360, the DJI 360, and it wasn't for me. I didn't like the system that you had to do the editing in, and I just didn't like the general thing. I think it was more for video creators rather than. I know that's probably a daft thing to say. For somebody that goes about and does little shorts of videos and puts them all together to do really cool sort of 2 or 3 minute things, but for walking about and filming or whatever, it wasn't really anything for me. 600 quid on stuff you don't need, bloody hell. Friends and family are having Chinese Xmas presents thanks to Black Friday. I only buy for my wife, and I used to get some of really good quality, and I know exactly what I'm going to buy. I've just got to save up a bit out of now because I've been out and bought a bike today. We were on about it yesterday. I'll just fill everybody in that's just come in, but we're on about it. I was talking to my wife about it, so I'm going to buy a bike, and I've been saying it for ages. Because the thing is, when you go for a walk, you know, you can walk a long way, but then the trouble is you've left your car behind. You've got to have a long walk back. You know what I mean? So I thought you can see more and get further if you did it on a pushback. And hang on, Chayton, I've got something for you. You can see a lot more if you went on the back. And I've walked down the front at Mablethorpe, and there's a lot of people that ride bikes down there, and I just thought, well, I fancy doing that. So I mentioned it to my wife. She said, we haven't really got anywhere to put one, so I decided we'd have just proper pedal power. I didn't want out fancy either, and I was looking yesterday, and they were coming up with all sorts of different things on Amazon. And when you looked at the reviews, they were saying that a lot of them were sort of weaker and they weren't as big, and you know you couldn't see it. You didn't know what you were looking at. So I wanted one for a 6'3" bloke that weighs 19 stone, to be really honest. So that's what I've got. The only thing I got on Black Friday was a Breville sandwich maker. Didn't you buy any vape stuff? I'm getting a fold-up bag. That's right. I'm going to fold it up, and it'll go in my shed at the back without putting it outside, because we haven't got an outside shed, and obviously when you live on a council estate, you can't leave it outside, it'll go missing. So, I'm not saying people are thieves, but some people are, aren't they? So I'm picking it up from the bike shop. So I've gone local, and he's been there donkey's years, and it's going to be all right. So hopefully next Monday we're going to have some decent weather. You watch it be windy and bloody chucking it down again. But I'll get some use out of it in the spring and the summer and that. I didn't bother going for an e-bike now. If you watch, within 6 months I'll have an e-bike and all. There is a lot of them about. Now, I would imagine that they're not going to be selling stuff a lot of stuff cheap. Only the stuff they've got right at the back of the cupboard that's been in there for years, because obviously there's with what's coming up, I think they know full well that we're going to sell out in the next few months of next year. So why would you want to knock it out cheap? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's it. Well, there's a from you could ride your bike from Mablethorpe all the way down past Sutton on Sea. You could probably get 8-9 mile, and then it's a track round the back. So I'd probably come off there and then just do the road, because it's a real quiet road, and then come back round and go on at where would you be? There's a I can't think what they call the place now. Chapel St Leonard's, and you get back on there, and you could ride it all the way to the other side of Skegness. I don't know if I'd feel very confident riding down the road anymore. You know, like when you were 15, 16 and you used to go mad on it. And that, you know, so I'd love to be out and about now. I get really fed up if I can't go. Can you ride to Mablethorpe from your house? No, I'm about 45 mile away, but fold up bike, chuck it in the back of the cab, pull up in the car park, take it out, put it together, strap your camera to the front of it and get it. No, not an e-bike, mate. I'm getting a bike, not e. Oh yeah, didn't say it. Yeah, I'm getting a bike. Yeah, it's a Doors Diamond, I think they called it. I'll show you it. I didn't want a traditional mountain bike with 25 gears on. I don't like that. I wanted like a commuter bike. That's exactly what it is. It was on eBay. You watch it, it'll tell me it's half the price on here. I'm not going to start looking at this. Let's have a look. So that's similar. That's the more expensive one, but it's similar. Can you imagine me in a lycra suit? I'm going to have a strong opinion on everything and get in your way. Well, I've even got a thing on the back, look. Mine's the diamond one. That's the more expensive one, which is it's got a derailleur gear on that. The one I've got, yeah, I just wanted just a standard 3-speed thing. So unfortunately, mine's in a light grey colour. There's a second-hand one here for not much money. Let me have a look on Amazon and see how much I got lifted for. So you Google stuff and you put it on Amazon and it's not actually there, is it? Oh, I got it cheaper than that anyway. So this is the actual one. No, that is the price. That's it. That's the exact one. So, oh look, a Bobby Dazzler on that winner. Gets it on the underbutt. Give her a croggy. Have you tried Gumtree? Yeah, I looked all over Amazon. I didn't even know what to buy. So when I went to the local bloke, that's the same price on there as what I paid. You know, it is what it is, isn't it? I mean, you can look on Amazon and pick one up for 150 quid. But I say when you start looking at the reviews from proper people that actually use cycles, they say that they're not very good and they're only half finished off when you get them, and you know the gears never work right and that sort of thing. Whereas this one's going to come from there, and it'd be absolutely spot on, because he actually runs a cycle club. Man, she didn't help me out because he was talking on the phone, and he said, "Oh, this woman said to him, are you all right?" When he rung up about this bike, he said, "Well, I'm getting better." She said, and she basically said, "Why? What's happened?" He said, "Well, I got knocked off my bike on the A57, which is that road round near Worktop, isn't it? It goes miles. He goes out riding his bike at 1 o'clock in the morning." Right, he said, "I'll give you a ring when it comes, on Wednesday. I said, well, don't bother Wednesday. I said, just send me a text, let me know it's here. And I said, well, you know, I'll pop in Thursday. He said, oh, I ain't got onto text yet. It's only been out about 30 years, isn't it? He said, we're just doing some work to the shop, that. And he said, I've even bought myself an iPhone. So I'd imagine him, if he pulled his phone out, it's going to be one of them, bloody what you call it. It's going to be one of these. Like, something like that. So he's going to end up with something like that, isn't he, really? Snowman. Oh, is he really? Well, the thing is, you know, there's a lot of them. I mean, I dare say if I'd have started looking around, I'd have got one cheaper. But I say you might save yourself 20 or 30 quid. But this one, you're going to get the full guarantee with it, aren't you? Because you take it back and say, this ain't going very well, Trev. When I told him my address, he went, oh, is that one of the villages? I said, oh, no, it's in Gainsborough. But I said, I used to sort of live in the next village to you when I was a kid. I went to school with your brother, Malcolm. Oh, he said, Malcolm got killed years ago. And he said, they've still never found out what happened to him. Got killed on a motorway somewhere. I said, I'm genuinely sorry. I used to get on really well with him, but we were at primary school together. And then he just happened to live that way and I lived this way. So you went to two different schools. Are you going to make the wheels click and get a squishy on? One of them, yeah. I need a bell, don't I, as well, to let them know I'm coming. I think they'll see me. I look like a monkey on a mangle. That's it now. I'm going to be organising bike tours and you've all got to turn up and support me. Yeah, please like and subscribe. We're doing quite well for subscribers. So instead of going to... I've changed my life, really, in a year, haven't I? From being a massively fat drunk to now bought a bike. I don't know how far this obsession's going to go, but we'll see. Look who's in. Absolute royalty. For those people that don't watch him, this is Stephen from Country Van Life UK. They used to call him Cart Vapor, and then he went over and started his life in his camper van. And I've just put him a spanner on so he can put his link in, and go across and follow him. He's actually on the Isle of Skye for the winter. He goes up there and he stays there, and he puts video after video up and does live streams and all sorts. I support him with his Patreon, and well, it's not Patreon. I'm a member of his channel, and he's lovely. He's one of the loveliest people in the world, and he's so easy to watch, and he likes the drone and all. Thank you very much, Stephen. That's a beautiful thing to say, mate. Yeah, I've dropped a bit of, I've lost a few chins. So I say, for anybody what's not, anybody what knows how to put a link in, I can't do it on here. You should be able to do it yourself, Stephen. Anyway, put a link in. I mean, there's only 7 people in, but if you got 6 more subscribers, it'd be handy, wouldn't it? Out to Hebrides this year. At Harris, that's right. It was Skye last year. But he had a heart attack last year on Skye, and he was poorly for 2 days in his camper before they took him off to Glasgow and sorted him out. So now he's on a few tablets. I have been watching your stuff. I don't know why I said Skye. That's the name of your dog. But I say I do support him as well. So if you want to pop over and have a look at him, you'll enjoy it if you're into that type of thing. Yeah, they do. You could get XL everything, mate. You can. It's surprising. I've got an hat here that's too big. I'm quite pleased with it. I actually ought to get one of them, because you know what my luck is. I'm there trying all my fitness and I'll fall off and smash my skull in or something like that and end up walking around with spit all down my chin, wouldn't I, really? Get one with a GoPro mount in it. I can have a camera up there and then one on the screen pointing at me. That'll be the next thing I want another Action 4. So I can stick it on my handlebars and point backwards. That's very cutting anyway, Mr. Intent. You don't need trolls when you've got mates, do you? Really? That was a good show last night with Benny, wasn't it? I enjoyed that. It was a proper laugh, that was. Let's have a look anyway. I can't remember how big my head is. I've got to get one in shocking pink and all. XL cycle helmets. There you go. Well done. Yeah, it was a good show. I really enjoyed it. Bloody hell. You could get some right stuff, can't you? Get some right flashy gear. I want a full face one. I was thinking maybe a purple helmet. Christ, 106 quid. Victor Gold adults bike helmet for men, women. Well, it's not going to be XL, is it? That's the only trouble. You put XL into the search and it doesn't show you anything XL. When you look, it's a bloody kids one or something. There's one with rechargeable lights on it. I suppose that's a good idea, isn't it? Core protection helmet. I don't know. Fashion wear. Hey, that one's got magnetic goggles. Look at that. Thanks for the spanner. I need all the tools in this old tub. You love that van. I was coming up the road today and it come up, what did it say? I thought, Christ, I've just spent all that money on the bike, and it come up with a fault for the automatic, what do they call it? Not lane control, the other bit. So you stop you running into the car in front when you've got the, what you call it, cruise control, auto cruise control. I thought, Christ, that'll be expensive. Anyway, I turned the car off, back on again, it was all right. So whether there was a leaf stuck on it, I don't know. It's probably got some water in it, to be fair. I don't start messing about with the bloody ADAS system. You get some money in then, don't you? Because you always think when you come out of somewhere and you get back in your car and there's a fault like that, you think, Christ, there's somebody backed in the front on it, because you don't know, do you? I got in the car the other week and the notepad had fell off, and I thought, somebody give it a slap back, and then you look outside, you can't see it. So it's probably something daft like a leaf of one of the things, because I was parked under trees. So I said, give Stephen a follow, you'll enjoy it. But yeah, that other 20 minutes in went, didn't it? Outer Hebrides. I bet it's cold here, isn't it? It's not very warm here tonight. I've got the heating on, but it don't come upstairs, and I ain't bothered putting the heater on in here tonight. I ought to do, really. Warm the place up. Have a look tomorrow night, Stephen, if you've got enough data. There's one going up tomorrow night, and it's the village where my daughter lives. I actually did it for a charity. They were doing a charity money raising dog walk from where the doctor's office, what she works in, and I'd sailed it straight down the main street and then all the way through and then all the way back again and past the church, and I put some music on with it, and I tell you what, it's a pretty lovely video. I know I say it myself, and I've got it in 4K 60 as well, because obviously you can upload 4K 60 because I've got really quick Wi-Fi. It is definitely a nice bit of kit, yeah, but I was after one for a while, and that's what I sort of thought with the bike. I thought if you buy a cheap one, you'll end up buying two. Mile today and all week back. Oh, right, yeah. The rent is 13 here today, but you get real feel. It's not 13 at all. That wind and that. It's been rough. Been a rough old day. Been a waste. If I hadn't been out and bought this bike and gone and done a few bits, it'd have been a bit of a waste of a day. But I suppose I got caught up with the editing anyway. I've got a few bits to do. I don't know if you're listening, Stephen. I tried one of the DJI 360 cameras last week, but when I got it, I realised it wasn't for me. Thermals. I used to have thermals. I worked on a sugar beet processing plant as a contractor for a company I used to work for. And it involved getting out of the machine, because I say I was used to sitting in machines all day, and it involved getting out of the machine at sort of 2 and 3 and 4 in the morning and pointing this filthy water at the sugar beet and blowing it through into the washer. It's when it used to overfeed the belt, it used to come out onto this out of this thing and then go into this tip area, and then you used to have to go and knock it out. And they used to do it with water, obviously, because it doesn't damage sugar beet. So you'd be there with this really 3-year-old, 30-year-old water blowing back in your face, absolutely stinking. And it said be 3 and 4 in the morning, -2, and you were there down. Anyway, I bought some thermals. I was bloody frozen. They're a good 360 with the fisheye effects. Yeah, you can put it on. You put it. I can't think what you put it on. Standard Summit, and it sort of got rid of that fisheye. But I just couldn't get on with it. I've been used to wandering about, and I mean, I've got the Osmo 360 and the Action 4, and I've just got used to wandering about and pointing them at stuff, and then you just wait for the little bit of focus. The 360. I'll show you my 360. That's the Osmo 360, and I've got the 4, actually the Action 4 as well. These are good because you can just. I mean, I'll be honest. I never really use it as you're supposed to, because the idea is you're supposed to move it about like this. But you can get better effects if you just, for instance, you do sort of slowly do that and then turn up there, and as you can see, it comes back and focuses in, and you get a nice blur from it as well. If you just do it steady, it comes around on its own, and you've no need to start messing about with that. And you can just press that, and it straightens it up again. When you've been used to using the 4, and you go back out with this, if you don't watch it, you forget to center it, and you're pointing it about, and it's not actually going to where you think it's going to go. But these take really good stills as well, and you can also, just by doing that, you can film shorts on it as well. You can film in the vertical mode. There you go, you get 2 for 1. But and it'll do in 4K 60. What's the other one? I can't remember. You can actually do it. I think it's 4K 100 for when you want to do slow motion shots. I've got extended batteries for them as well, which is a good thing because they're quite small in your hand. So you click one of them on, and you've got a better handle. So you just sort of walk around like that. I'd struggle with it if you want for that, to be honest. And then if you want to go back to doing walking and talking into the camera, I've got it too big. How have I done that? I've got it in zoom mode. I think there's a software update for this, to be honest. That's what it said on my thing earlier. And you just turn it off and it puts itself away. And I got the creator kit, so it comes with this hard shell, and you just click it into there. Dink, dink, and off you go. And you can pick these batteries up as well, so you've got spares in your pocket. It's a good camera. It was a lot of money, but it was a pretty good investment, I think. And I've done most of my filming with it, but then I didn't actually realise when I bought it, they're not waterproof in any way. You're not supposed to even use them in the rain. So I took it out one day and it chucked it down with rain, and the inner lens steamed up. So I realised that I wasn't going to be using it in the rain anymore. So I bought myself the Action 4, which then you find out they've got the Action 5 comes out a few weeks later, and then the Action 6. But I'm not going to upgrade that. I'll just leave it. I mostly with the Action 4, I'll record in 4K 24. So I've done some bloody filming and all. I've walked some miles in the last year. I've been all over. Anyway, I better clear off because it's coming up to nearly an hour. And I was only going to stay half an hour, to be honest, but I've got chatting. Lovely for you to come in, Stephen. Thank you very much for popping in. I say anybody that's watching this on the replay, if you're not watching click on Stephen and nip over and give him a follow. Country Van Life UK, and watch him tour the Hebrides for the winter in very cold temperatures, and then go out filming. But I'll show you my bike when it comes. I'll do a video on my new bike. All right, big love to you all. Thank you very much for coming in, and we'll catch you soon.